This is early Thursday morning, November 12th, approximately 3:45 a.m., 4 a.m. Just got back into town here. We've had a tropical storm. Tropical Storm Eta has come through, and I've been gone for the last couple days, and this is the flooding that's in the shop now after a day or so of really heavy rain. And this is really dark in here, so we can't see it. But you can see here, I'm trying to illuminate with a flashlight and keep the camera in focus, all the water that is here goes out to the door. I'm going to film this again in the morning when it's light. I have very little light in here. There's only the lights on the other side that are working that are hooked up to extension cords. So the camera's not really focusing too well. Trying to get the scope of all this water so we can see it. Maybe you can see the reflection of stuff in it. That goes all the way over here towards the wall. Okay, so this is really dark. It's hard to see it. All this here was really windy, I guess, and there's nothing dripping from the holes up at the top anymore, but you can see the wetness on the beam from where the water came through, and there's water still on the back of the cab of the truck, where it must, it just pours when it rains hard. Rained up here. You can see all this is wet. This is directly under the leak. This was all supposedly fixed. It hasn't been fixed. It's still leaking. It's November 12th. This dark spot up there is where it normally leaks from. I don't see anything on it. I'm not even going to zoom in on it because there's nothing dripping out of it. There's just a couple drips here from these other holes that are just hanging on the roof now because there's no more water up there. It's all drained through. I don't know when it stopped raining here locally. You can see going this way, water here, water. This is how far it goes back in here. It's over here. I've got a bucket here of water that caught water from a roof leak that's directly above here. There's one of the places that leaks. You can see a little bit of wetness around those leaks right there. These are directly above the bucket. It's in the panel. These are the extension cords that I have that are powering everything in this shop because there's no effectively functional electricity here. And you can now see these things are in the water, and I'm afraid to touch them right now because I don't want to get electrocuted if there's any breaks in the insulation. But you can see back there, this is water. Water goes back this way. This is a welder that's sitting here. It's sitting in the water, a press. This goes back, and the neighbor's been complaining to me too that the water's coming under the wall. And I just can't get the camera to focus on this right now because it's too dark. There's, like I said, there's not enough light in here. All I have is a little tiny flashlight in my hand to try to illuminate this stuff with. But over here, you can see still, I mean, it's all just soaked. I'm going to film it again in the morning. Hopefully the humidity's not too low and it doesn't evaporate all that much. So I'll be able to get it when there's more daylight here. We can get some sunlight in here through the door. I'll get both doors opened up. But, I mean, this is extensive. I mean, I can come back under here and it's not leaked. There's a little bit of water here where you can see it's leaked down the wall from up above the wall too. This is drying up. We got water back here in the corner because there is water that leaks on top of the office and it comes down the thing, and it's not from the air conditioner because I have a catch bucket under the air conditioner to catch water that comes out of it directly so it doesn't leak on the floor. Carpet inside the office is actually wet, so we've got water that's saturated the carpet. Like I said, I was gone since Tuesday afternoon. Went and did a quote up in Inverness, so I just got back. Figured I'd stop in here and see what's going on before I go home. And this is what I got. I mean, this is a mess. Obviously, it's stuff here. This is all electric down here. You can just see I don't know if you can see it in here or not. I get it to focus a little bit. You can see it's all water here. This is water that leaks in from directly above. And it comes in from right here. You can see a big rust hole up there. I can get a little bit of a glint of water off of it right now. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it leaks down and it leaks onto all this conduit here. This is major wiring that goes into a breaker box on the outside of the building, and this powers a bunch of other units. And this is a real electrocution hazard here because of all this water. And fortunately, I'm standing in water with really thick rubber-soled boots, and they're waterproof, so I don't really have to worry about electrocuting myself through my feet. But I'm not going to touch any of this wiring right now because it's very likely to create a problem. If I start moving it, I could possibly short out everything in here and have no light whatsoever. So this is this in a nutshell for the night. Like I said, it's about 3:45, 4 o'clock in the morning-ish, and I just came in. And the rain, I don't know when it stopped, but it's real calm here now. There's no wind and there's no rain whatsoever, and the sky's actually pretty clear. And I'm looking at water. It's actually going all the way over to the wall onto unit 14 and 15 over next door. So it's probably gone through in there, and that's all flooded in there too. And it's so jam-packed with stuff right now because I got this truck in here and I moved everything over there to get it out of the way. I can't really get in there and film anything. I'll try to tomorrow, but there's just so much stuff to move. I don't think that's going to happen. But I'm going to stop filming this for the moment because there's not a lot I can do. It's really dark, like I said, and I'm not really picking anything up. So I'll try this again in the morning. We'll see what it looks like when the light's in here and get a little bit more idea of what there is. I just wanted to document this because I came in and this is the mess we have after a day's worth of heavy rain.